Hello gamers, it is Reprimere here, and what I have here today, as you can tell, is the Nintendo Switch unboxing. So after multiple weeks of umming and ahhing, I decided, screw it, spend the money and buy it. So this is our Nintendo Switch, and what comes in this box is our Nintendo Switch console, our Joy-Con left, our Joy-Con right, our Joy-Con straps, a high-speed HDMI cable, a Nintendo Switch dock, Joy-Con grips, which would be these. I think, no, they're the straps. The Joy-Con grip would be this. The controller. Make sure you guys can see that. The Nintendo Switch AC adapter, which is this. Good old 8. Alright, so, without further ado, let's get into this bad boy. So, we'll open it up, and we shall reveal that this is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. This looks like the old Nooks of old. Alright, so, first things first. We'll take a Joy-Con out. Apparently my Joy-Cons are still on from when I tested them. Because I did open to test it, make sure it worked. So Joy-Cons, you got your directionals, your stick, your minus, your capture button, SLSR, not exactly sure what that means. That seems to be your pairing button. That's your Joy-Con release button. And then you got your ZL and your L. Not too heavy, not too light. It actually feels very natural in my hand. I'm very impressed by that. Very natural. You know, playing the Skyrim and stuff. So we'll put this to the side. We'll get the other one out. Just that way, good old lefty isn't on its own. So this one has a reverse of the one on the left. So the joystick is on the bottom this time instead of the top. But we have our A, B, X and Y. And a plus symbol. And the home button. The rest of it is pretty much the same. It just... See, this is the release buttons. Then you have your ZR, ZL, and your R and your L. So pretty similar there. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but... I do believe that this joystick also has the Amiibo connector on it. So you put your Amiibo to that joystick. So we'll put these to the side. And we'll see what else we've got in here. So, we have ourselves the pride and joy. The reason for all this money. Da 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 da. Alright. This little fella runs everything. I'll give you a nice roundabout view of it as best as I can without dropping it. Okay, back to the beginning. Alright, so fairly heavy. I'd say it's a little bit, I'd say it's around maybe the same or a little bit heavier than the Vita. Yeah, I'd say about that. But a big screen. It's a decent sized screen. Like it's 2 Vita sizes, I think. Or 1.5 to 2. But, so we'll go around. What we have here is our power connector that you can plug the AC adapter straight into, or when you're playing it in handheld mode, or you can put it on the dock and it'll charge through that. Then you have your speakers, your left and right stereo speaker, and then you have this little fella here, if he wants to come out. There we go, it's your kickstand. So that way you can place it down like that. So that way you can use the Joy-Cons off the side for those motion control games. So we'll drop him down again. Keep going around. Now we have our power, our volume down, our volume up, and a nice little vent so that way your switch doesn't overheat. Then we have our 3.5mm audio jack, which is pretty standard among most things except for the iPhone 7. Giggity giggity. And we have our game card slot. Now this is one of the things that I was weirded out by with the Switch, is that game cards are a thing. They're not discs or anything like that, but it really makes sense now that you see the size of it. There is no way a disc is going to fit in that. Not a disc that can hold the size of a game, at least. And then you've got the runs on both sides for the Joy-Con controllers. So we'll put those on. We'll give those a good slide on like that. Make sure it clicks in. We'll get the other one. Put it down here so I don't drop this. Slide it on here. There we go. So all up, it's almost as big as the box in width. And in height, it's about half the box itself. Not too bad, not too heavy, which is good. Combined, it is not too heavy. It feels very sturdy. Look, can't twist it, there's no movement in those Joy-Con controllers. I can't feel any movement. So, shaking it, nothing. Okay. But if you ever want to disconnect them, you push that little button at the back there. Keep your thumbs at the top here. Push it. It slides right off. Simple and easy and very reliable. Okay, so that is the Nintendo Switch put together. And we'll check what else comes in the box. So we'll put this to the side before we have a little bit of a play with it. Alright, so multi-layered, much like a lot of the Nintendo stuff. So what we have here, is, there we go. This is our Joy-Con strap for what seems to be the plus side. Not sure if that's actually a thing or not. There's a lock here. I don't know what that does. These might lock the cable in. It's got a nice metal run in there, so you know it's gonna really be sturdy when it's on your wrist. So we'll get to take a look at the other one, see if it's got a minus on it. Yeah, it does. So it's got a minus on this one and a plus on this one. So we'll steal the plus Joy-Con off there. I feel safe letting that hang. So we'll grab this. All right, Joy-Con. There we go. It's much easier to do with the one hand. All right, so which way does this go in? This goes in this way, I think. Does it? Hang on, let's take this off my hand. Alright. So this should slide in on here. Oh, maybe, that's what the lock does. Okay. So the lock, alright. I think. Okay, no, that did absolutely shit all. Oh, no, it does. Okay. So there's these little bits in here. See those little black blotches there? When the lock is put on, they don't press down, so it won't let this go in. And when the lock is off, it lets it slide in. So here we go, we'll slide that in there. And then we'll lock it, so it can't come back out. But that just seems wrong, look at it, it doesn't line up straight. Why is that like that? Maybe we did it the wrong way on. I think I definitely did this the wrong way on. Okay, so that is a thing. That is a thing that can happen. Okay, that is not coming off. Jesus. Oh, there we go. With a lot of struggle. Okay, make sure you put these freaking things on right. Okay, so it goes in on this way. The plus has to match the plus. Okay. There's probably instructions in there that I didn't read, but oh, okay. This moves side to side. I'm not sure I like that. But if you have this lock in, there's no way that's coming off. Even if you press the button and try to force it out, there's no way that's coming off. So I feel really safe with that on there, and it's not out of... Every button is still easily hit. And you can, you know, I'd feel safe using that. Using that for those big action control games, like. So we'll leave that on there for now. Can't be bothered struggling to get that off. So we'll put the Joy-Con back over here. So we have another one of those. Okay, another one of those for the left-hand side. Actually, I'm gonna need to take this off for this next piece. Okay, they are difficult to take off either way. Okay. Alright, so what we want to do again is, I like how easily this comes off. Nice. Alright, so we've got both our Joy-Cons off. And we are going to check out this. This is how I'm going to spend most of my time playing this thing, I think. So we're going to slide the right Joy-Con on there. And our left Joy-Con on there. I really like how the power light for each of these, oh, it comes off easier there. So this goes into this little plastic, like this is metal here, but there's these little plastic like clear tubes that the light travels to show up here. I've always been interested in that sort of stuff, so there we go. We're like that. Yeah, this feels a little clunky. I don't like the square feel of it. I think I may get myself a Pro controller next week. But yeah, it feels usable. Like, I'm definitely going to be using this tonight when I play Breath of the Wild. But it's very sturdy. Doesn't feel like anything's coming off. Doesn't move too much. And it looks clean. It's neat and clean. And I guess that's what Nintendo's like good at, making their stuff look clean and slender and sleek. Alright, we'll put this to the side. So what we got here is our high-speed HDMI cable, which is just like your regular HDMI cables, but with a Nintendo insignia on it. So, yep, we'll put that to the side. Nobody needs to know about that. Then we've got our fabled AC adapter. Now this thing, alright, we'll get this out, because I have a funny feeling that, okay, it is a completely different cable to most things. I thought it was just going to be like the Samsung cable that we've all come to know and love, but no, it is its own thing. So if you break this, you will need to buy another one. So don't break this, kids. So be careful. Alright, we'll put that to the side. And then we get to the other thing that I thought was going to be huge in this, that's covered in bubble wrap and it's some nice protective stuff. But we have this. Well, it's got a little bit of weight to it. This here is the dock. Plastic. And has a front that curves inwards. Yeah. But what we do have, 2 USB ports. I'm not exactly sure why. Because you charge the Joy-Con controllers by connecting to the Switch when it's sitting in the dock. I don't get why this front is on, like, I can kind of get why it is. It's so it doesn't fall out or anything like that, but you're just going to scratch your screen because there's no screen protector. This is why I bought a tempered glass screen protector with my Switch, which I recommend to anybody. Also, if you have a thin microfiber cloth, put it in there with it as well. Okay, so there's no cables or anything in here, except there's all these ports. This is where you'll plug your AC adapter, a USB if you want, and a HDMI out. This is where you'll put this. And they've also given us fancy cable holes, so that way everything comes out the one side and doesn't tug on all this. All in all, it's not a bad design, this little dock. I kind of like it. Has a little power light. Very sturdy, very, very sturdy. Like, barely any move, like not too much movement in the front there. Very sturdy. Feels like if you drop it, it's not going to break. But still don't drop it, especially if your switch is in it. I do not recommend it. But yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. So we'll put that to the side as well. And then we'll stick all this in here, and then we'll do a wrap up of what we get. So we'll make sure we've got everything that the box said that we should be getting. So there's another one. Okay, so get in there. You can sit out here now. Actually, ooh, what's this? Is there anything under here? No, it's just a platform for the Switch console to actually sit on. It's weird saying Switch console when it's this little thing. This little thing, console. When you think console, you think big, squarish, you know, PlayStation, Xbox, that sort of thing. You don't think this. It's spread the love here, fellas. Spread the love. Okay, there we go. Alright, we'll close up this pretty box. This is a very nice looking box. It's going to look very good against my Xbox console box and my PS4 one as well. Very good. Alright, so actually we need this box still. We need this. We have this. So, number one, the Switch console. Okay, so the Switch console itself, number one. Number 2 and 3 are the Joy-Con themselves, number 2 and number 3. Alright, that. Then we have number 4 is our good friends, the straps. Wait, what? Oh, the universal. Okay. You can use them on either side. They have a plus and minus on them. Okay. That's cool. So, there we go. We have our straps. Then, number 5, we have our high-speed HDMI cable. Number 6, we have the dock, which we'll put over here. So the dock. Number 7 is our good old Joy-Con grip. And number 8 is our power adapter. And now we've just built a big-eared face out of Nintendo products. All in all, it's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. But everything feels made to a T. They've crossed their T's and dotted their I's. Feels very robust, not like it's going to break immediately. It just feels very sturdy, and I'm impressed. So, without further ado, what I'm going to do is going to go grab my copy of Breath of the Wild and boot it up and see what we get out of it. Okay. This here, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Again, cases are small. It's just as big as the Switch. It is just as big as the Switch. Pretty much you put them on top, the case is a little bit wider. Alright, so what do we got inside here? We have ourselves a poster. Ooh. A nice feeling poster. Legend of Zelda, the Breath of the Wild. With another side to it as well. Nice art style. I like it. That's going to go on my wall. I'll frame it, put it on my wall. So I'll put this back in here. And then we get our tiny ass game cartridge. Like, holy crap. This is about as big as the Vita cartridges. Like, holy shit. How do they fit so much on it? Let's see, does it have a size or anything? No, it does not. Hang on. Okay, so Apparently these things taste like crap. So, let's give it a try. Oh, immediately. Oh, yeah, no. It's like got a metallic, bad taste. Okay. Yep, I can see why you don't eat this. I can see kids not putting that in their mouth. All right, so we grab our console. I feel so bad about calling it a console, to be honest. We'll grab our yucky tasting this, put it in facing us apparently. So the game must face you when you put it in there. It's gonna feel like it's not going in, but give it a little push down, it'll click in. Then you cover this back up and you grab your Joy-Con controllers, connect that, make sure they click in, don't move out, and then we press our power button up here. Nintendo Switch. Screen is a little dirty because I've been handling it. So what do we got here? Home menu, start. Press the same button 3 times. There we go. Alright, so I've already opened this up and set it up a little bit, so that way we didn't have to go through the setup process. I've got half battery left. I haven't connected to the internet yet, but let's load up Breath of the Wild. See how this looks. A loading screen, Nintendo Switch, so that one of the Joy-Con slides up, and then the Switch word spins around. Let's make sure this is turned up. Yep. Now, when I did load this up to make sure it ran, so I didn't have to take it back or anything, it went straight into the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into New Game, click New Game. Audio is not bad, like the speaker quality is pretty good. Nintendo presents Legend of Zelda. Breath of the Wild. Okay, so we can't skip this, I don't think. So, over the functions, so we've got our capture button, takes a screenshot. Okay, so we'll wait till we get something on the screen, then we'll take a screenshot of it. Open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
And see, he's just a poor boy.
Wake up, Link.
Alright, we'll screen cap that. Then we'll press the home button. Now screen captures go into this little album here. There we go. So you can see our screen captures. Does this look... That's 1-for-1 quality on screen captures by the looks of it. So that's pretty cool. So we'll delete this. Delete that and delete that. Touchscreen works really well. There aren't any screenshots. Too bad. We'll switch back to the game. So like your PlayStation and your Xbox, you can tab out of the game and keep playing it once you finish doing what you're doing. It does look very good on this screen. Very, very good screen. And the audio is quite well too. Oh, I'm so eager to play this tonight. What do we... okay. So, this feels good. I kind of get a little confused with this though. But I'm sure I'll get used to it. Especially in this form, it's a bit squiff. But I'm sure I'll get used to it. It's one of those things that once you get used to it, it'll be like second nature. So I think, yep, we can move now. Move. Camera. Ah, it's very responsive. Very, very responsive. And is there any noise? Can't tell if there's a fan running or anything. Turn the game down. Okay. There is a fan running. But you can't hear it unless you listen to this vent up here. But there is a fan running. So, feels good. Controls, inventory, everything just looks and feels good with this. Alright, so, Nintendo Switch. Do I think it's worth the money? Yeah, actually, I do. It's made quality product. Quality, it's just sturdy. Again, you don't feel movement in the Joy-Cons when you do this. It feels really, really good. It's not too heavy, you can hold it in one hand without an issue. Flip it over, take a look, you know. It's quiet with its singular fan, I'm pretty sure, that only blows air at the top here, and I don't think there'll be a game on there that'll really, really test it and make it sound like a jet, like it does, like the other consoles do. You can capture your homepage, your XMP, or whatever they call it on the Nintendo, but I've still got the taste of the breath of the game in my mouth. Ugh, I'm gonna need to take a drink after that. But everything feels right. The joysticks feel good. Your fingers don't slip off them. They're not too big, they're not too small, and they're not too high away from the Joy-Cons as well. The buttons, very responsive with a nice click. This button, yeah, every button clicks. It's nice. Even the joysticks have a click. So crouching. Not sure what this one does in this game yet, but this one crouches. So, all in all, good product. Worth it, I think. Worth it. I'm really glad I actually talked myself into picking this up, because it does feel good and looks good. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this, and without further ado, one thing I didn't mention, right? System settings. There is a themes. Change it to the white or the black. I chose the black just because it's better for streaming and stuff like that. You don't all of a sudden have a white screen that people are looking at. And I prefer it matches the grey console that I picked up rather than the neon Joy-Cons with the blue and the red. I don't really know why anybody would like that. But that's it. That is the unboxing and a little bit of gameplay with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm looking forward to playing the crap out of this and spending so much time on this. I've been Reprimere, and this has been the Nintendo Switch.